What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our Week 9 Waiver Wire Targets video. It's crazy to think that we're already at Week 9 this season, but here we are, and we have some great options to look at for this week. Before we start this video, let's hop over to our player of the day. But today, it's going to be different. In the comment section below, I want everyone to predict one player that you think is going to score a hat-trick this week. This is something we've done before, and so far, only one person has predicted it right. So before we continue, drop down to the comment section and let me know one player that you think will score a hat-trick. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first waiver wire target for Week 9 is Anthony Beauvillier of the New York Islanders. With news that Anders Lee is expected to be out for the rest of the season, it looks like Beauvillier is going to step into the top line role in place of Lee with Matt Barzal and Jordan Eberle. Beauvillier has scored at least 18 goals in all three of his last seasons and had his best year last year with the Islanders. As a 22-year-old in 2019, in 68 games, he scored 18 goals, 39 points, added 7 power play points, and 132 shots. Although these numbers aren't eye-popping by any means, you have to keep in mind that he did this while in the second line and the second power play unit. But with his recent promotion to the top line and the top power play unit, we can expect his production to increase pretty significantly as long as he can sustain this role. I saw a tweet regarding this, so I did my own digging, and I found that the Beauvillier-Barzal-Eberle combo were actually great in 2017. In 358 minutes sample, they have a 3.21 expected goals for per 60, which led the team at that time. With a minimum of 300 minutes of sample in that season, the 3.21 expected goals for per 60 was enough to rank them 4th across the entire league. Now, I get it, 2017 was a really long time ago, but if they can find that chemistry again, this line could be deadly for the Islanders. Beauvillier's ownership on ESPN is just 23.2%, and on Yahoo, he's at just 5%. Up next, we have Shayne Gostisbehere of the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I recently mentioned Ghost in my previous video, but his ownership on ESPN and Yahoo dictate that no one is really on him yet, and I want all of you to add him before it's too late. Ghost has had a roller coaster of a career. After dominating at Union College, he transitioned into the NHL level seamlessly. He won Rookie of the Year in 2015, scoring 17 goals and 46 points. Yes, he scored 17 goals as a rookie defenseman in just 64 games. All of the praise must have gotten to his head, and after that, he had a terrible year in 2016 where he had just 39 points and was a minus 21. Luckily for the Flyers, 2017 came about and Ghost was back to his rookie form, where he scored 65 points, including 33 power play tallies. But once again, similar to many of the meme stocks that we're seeing, Ghost yet again saw a significant drop-off in production in 2018 and the 2019 season. And now in 2021, Ghost is healthy and we're finally starting to see flashes of the elite talent that he's always had. In 18 games this season, Ghost has 4 goals and 7 points, including 3 power play points, 49 shots, and 21 blocks. Since the 24th of February, Ghost was moved onto the top power play unit and the second pairing. Since then, he has 4 goals, 6 points, and 35 shots on net. He leads all of Philly D-men in these categories, and his shots are more than double everyone else's. Ghost thrives on the power play, and this is evident in his 2017 campaign where he scored 33 power play points. Now that he's found his role in the team again, and the confidence from the coaching staff is there, his minutes have increased to over 20 minutes per night, and he's solidified himself on the team's top power play unit, who ranks top 10 in goals over the last 2 seasons. This was a long analysis on Gostisbehere, but I didn't want to leave anything out that was really important. Finally, his ownership on ESPN is at just 11%, and on Yahoo, he's at just 13%. Coming in next, we have Jonas Brodin of the Minnesota Wild. The 2011 10th overall pick is entering his 9th season with the Wild and has had a really solid career with them. Brodin was great last season for Minnesota. In 69 games, he had 28 points, a plus 15 rating, 103 shots, and 112 blocks. This has been the theme for Brodin throughout his career. He's only been below 100 blocks one time in his career. So far this season, in 23 games, Brodin has 5 goals, 13 points, a plus 10 rating, and he's crushed the peripherals with 41 shots and 50 blocks. His 2.2 shots per game is the highest we've ever seen from Brodin, and this increase is because his minutes are up to over 23 per night, which is a career high for him. Brodin isn't on the power play, but this isn't a concern of ours because his biggest asset is helping with your shots and blocks numbers, as well as providing you with solid plus minus. Finally, Brodin has great 5-on-5 numbers over the last 2 seasons. He holds a 55.4 goals for percentage, a 53% scoring chances for percentage, and a 60% high danger chances for percentage. When Brodin is on the ice, they're limiting chances against and are controlling the play in the offensive zone. Brodin's ownership is starting to rise fast. He's up to 52% on ESPN and just 23% on Yahoo. Coming in at number 4, we have the shot volume machine, Rickard Rakell. The 27-year-old is entering his 9th and maybe final season with the Ducks this year, and I'll get to that in a bit. Rakell has entered this season coming off of 2 down years, putting up 43 and 42 points respectively. In 2017, Rakell broke out for 34 goals and 69 points in 77 games, adding 230 shots, which is the highest of his career. In his breakout season, Rakell averaged 2.98 shots per game and 5.2 shot attempts per game, which is well above league average. So far this season, Rakell has just 6 goals and 19 points in 28 games, but he's added 92 shots and 172 shot attempts. I mentioned in his breakout season, Rakell was up to 2.98 shots per game and 5.2 shot attempts per game. This season with the Ducks, Rakell's volume is higher than what we saw in 2017. His shots per game is at 3.3, and he's attempting over 6.1 shots per game. He ranks 5th in the league for shot attempts behind Brady, Ovechkin, Patrick Kane, and Austin Matthews. Those are some pretty big names. Going back to my comment about this year potentially being his last, it's being reported that he's one of the more prized trade targets for this season. The 27-year-old winger has a great contract and doesn't seem to be in Anaheim's plans for the next 3 to 5 years. Now, don't add someone on the assumption that they're getting traded, but if Rakell does get moved to a contender, he should slot into a top 6 role on a potentially really strong team. His value is going to skyrocket in the second half if this does happen. Rakell's ESPN ownership is up to 52%, and on Yahoo, he's at 57%. The final waiver wire target and the only goalie to make this list is Jaroslav Halak of the Boston Bruins. Now, Halak is different than other players on this list because he's more of a stream option this week than a long-term hold. Tuukka Rask is out with an injury right now, leaving the door wide open for Halak to start as many games as he can. Halak is definitely one, or if not the best backup in the league, and he's on a team that's top 3 in the league over the last 2 seasons in almost every defensive category. Halak has been phenomenal in his time with Boston. In 76 starts, he holds a 46, 19, and 12 record, a .922 save percentage, a .230 goals against average, and 10 shutouts. Stats like these don't really get any better for a goaltender, and as long as Rask is out with injury, we should expect Halak to start majority of the games. This season in 10 starts, Halak is 6-2-2 with a .927 save percentage, a .188 goals against average, and 2 shutouts. It'll be important to monitor the status of Rask, and from what I've read, he's expected to be back sometime this week, but the timetable is still uncertain. Even if Rask is back, Halak is a solid third-string goalie that will help your save percentage and goals against numbers, although the volume of starts won't be there though. On ESPN, Halak's ownership is at 51%, and on Yahoo, he's up to 71%. That'll do it for our Week 9 Waiver Wire Targets video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, click the link in our description and join our Discord. The Fantasy Puck community is growing and we want all of you to be part of it. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.